Hey folks, Rob here from Mountain Block Moments. We're going to try something a little bit different on this video. Kell gives me a bit of an impromptu interview, sitting on the dozer, doing some bits and pieces up at the block. And yeah, Kell decided to start asking me questions. So we've got a few of these little ones now. This one's about cattle and country, and then we've got dogs and sawmills. So yeah, if you like this thing, then comment on it and I'll see if we can make some more. Thanks for watching.
So, Rob,
Yep.
how do you feel like we've gone in the last 3 years?
Supposed to ease me into the hard questions.
All right, I'll ease you in. Rob, how much easier has life been since you received your bulldozer 8 months or so ago?
Well, I'm not sure that it's easier per se. It just creates more work, but it definitely gives more reward.
What type of reward?
Oh, for the work that you've got to put in, the reward that you get back out of it, to be able to see where you've been with a machine like this.
Okay. So, no regrets in buying this then?
Not at all.
What else do you hope to achieve with this machine?
So much more.
Are you going to make the dams bigger down the front here?
Oh, we'll definitely clean them out at some stage. I don't know if they'll be any bigger. Definitely got more fence lines to clear. Fences to actually clear lines and put in that aren't in yet. Lots more leaky weirs to put in. As of yet, I haven't put a leaky weir in with this thing, so that will be an impressive leaky weir.
Very. So will you redo the first leaky weir that you've done with this?
No,
Or leave it?
leave it.
So where's the next leaky weir going to go?
Still not with. Oh, I might be able to push it in above that other one that we put in.
Okay.
But this is too big really to put down in some of those little gullies. I don't want to block the whole thing off.
So what else down the front here are you going to do with this machine?
So still got to clear the fence line around this front section, but I want to rip the section there that doesn't have too many trees on it, so that the moisture can get into the soil. Sydney, interrupting everything, upsetting everybody. Sid! Why?
So do you think this machine has paid for itself yet?
No.
Even with all the work we've done in the dams, would have cost us more than 30,000. Or maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. Really don't know. I don't feel like it's paid for itself yet. It's got a few other little tasks.
Few little tasks.
I thought it has. Sid! Sid! Come here.
All right then, the hard questions. Do you feel like it's all been worth it so far?
Yep. I've only got to come up here and spend some time to know it's worthwhile.
And as much as the kids do enjoy coming up here, and I know they haven't come this time, will you still be okay if the boys are a bit like, meh, in say 10, 15 years time? Ambivalent about the block or the cattle?
Yeah, it's my dream really, and that's what I have to console myself with. It's not their dream, it's my dream. It's what I want to do. If it is just something for them to be able to retreat to whatever they find themselves doing in life, then that's something that I've done for them.
Fair enough. So, how many more cattle do you want?
Well, I really would like to get to 100 breeding cows. But I'm not totally sold that would be the best use of this land here.
How so?
Well, possibly 50 breeding cows and a couple of hundred goats would use this dirt better than 100 cows. Because even with 100 cows, they're still not going to work the steep country.
So sell the goats for goat meat?
Yeah.
So what's the complexities of having goats? Because I hear goats and I think of Poppy Eric and
Fences.
the love-hate relationship with
Fences
goats.
are the complexity of goats. There is no way we can have goats in this country without a big exclusion fence to keep the dogs out. Dogs
How do you
are-
think the pigs are going to go with goats? And
Pigs, we can get the numbers down, and once they're outside the fence, it's probably not a huge issue.
seeing as everything likes to eat goat.
Everything likes baby goats. And I also think this country, there's no way if well, I shouldn't say no way. I think the steep country, the pigs are not going to want to wander around chasing baby goats up there, whereas dogs, it probably really suits them. Sort of the ambush, whatever they like from above.
What type of goats are you thinking?
Everyone loves these boars. I'm not a huge fan of them. Yes, they're meat frames and all of that, and we'll probably end up having to put something with a heavier frame into our goats, but I'd like to be looking at Nubians.
You're Nubians.
I'm a Nubian fan.
Nubian goats.
They're such a cool looking goat. And they're fine as meat, milk. They're a dual purpose goat.
What do you want to add?
What? I've got to come up with my own questions. Need to work on your interviewing technique.
Well, it's just spur of the moment, really, isn't it? I'm like...
Just creating content.
Wait!
Sid! I would like to add that hopefully Sid will get better before I get sick of him. Sydney!
So, have you decided whether we're studying or whether we're just going to go with commercial?
Yeah, that is a really, really...
Because there's a lot of money involved in one particular area,
yeah.
more so than the other.
Trying to play the stud game and... look the part is what it is all about.
We don't do well with the looking the
I'm
part.
not a huge fan of playing the game. I like to play my own game. And I think possibly... Oh, these cows have got it in them for sure. It'll just... Sydney! Cost us a lot of money to get them all re-registered again. And then is it really worth it? You have that, you know, if you're at the top of your game, you might have a couple of bulls worth 100,000. We're at the top of our game, commercial-wise, you know, do we have 25, 40 bulls worth 10,000? The numbers, and the numbers that you play with for inputs, hopefully. And I think a lot of people do realise that those stud bulls are fed to the eyeballs on everything that'll make them grow from the day that they get weaned, and possibly some of them even before that. So there's not too many paddocks out there that can run bulls and keep them in the same condition, looking the same way. The fat hides so many little things on cattle. Whereas if you can see them in a grass-fed paddock, looking good, you can see their hips, their tail, their spine, their back line, you can see all of that and whether it's what it needs to be. I see a lot of Brahman cattle now getting really weak in the back. And people they jump up and down about it, but that's what I'm seeing. Maybe they've gone the same way as the pigs. They've tried to get these huge animals, stretched them out and made them taller and weaken their backs. Get to a point where bulls can't work cattle. They can only cover a small amount of cattle before they're done because it just requires so much energy for them to get up there and get on with the job. So it's, there's stud or commercial. As far as I don't like dealing with people that much, so commercial might be better for me, but something maybe I should just poke along and see what eventuates.
Well, I think there's a good thing about keeping maybe the genetics.
Yeah, that's what I would like to do is probably track who's who in the zoo a little bit better now that we're managing them. But yeah, the bloodlines that we have are pretty pure. The herd's been closed since the day that my mum got them. So the purity's there.
Maybe you just need a bull from somewhere else.
What's the point in doing that? It was straight away.
Just introduce some other.
I think if you've got a herd that's big enough genetics there to spread them out, hopefully get to a point where you can guarantee the type of animal that you can breed. A lot of the Brahmins, you can't guarantee what they're going to throw.
What do you hope to do with the land itself?
Tidy it up. And tidying it up, I guess, means getting rid of the land tenure to a point where we can keep on top of it. Getting on top of the rubber vine.
Going to continue Johnny Appleseed, or
yeah,
be a little bit more
No, I want to continue
judicious about it?
No, I think until I see some sort of natural grass come through here that I go, oh, that's good. Like the amount of spear grass is a nice hardy grass, and you even look at it there now, it's still got green in it in the middle of winter. Compared to Rhodes grass, I would say spear grass is a better cattle feed. Rhodes grass is probably a better feed when it's in its prime, but just does not hang on when it's cold. And doesn't come back until it gets hot.
So we've spread a whole heap of
Silk sorghum.
And we've done the the creeping grass.
Yeah, a giant cooch. Pangola. Yeah.
What else are you going to plant?
Legumes is what we need to start trying to get started here. There's naturally Sriracha here, which is a legume, nitrogen fixing legume.
Do you think?
I do believe if we could rotate our country well enough that we'd get a lot more of that up.
Do you think we've got a healthy soil to be able to support? Or do we need to work on our soil profile to be able to get our grasses better quality and thicker?
Yeah.
And also then the management on top of it?
Oh, I think it all boils down to management. If you can feed it off to a point where the cattle have to eat the crap as well and not just pick the eyes out of it. Well, not crap, but stuff that they don't find as palatable as some of the nice tasty grasses that they might seek out if it's 2,000 acres of paddock. They just go around picking out the eyes out of it. If you can get them to eat everything and then take them off that country and let it come back together. And also that's the goats as well, is to have an animal that'll eat cobbler's pigs. Goats like cobbler's pigs. This country's full of cobbler's pigs. And the cows don't eat the cobbler's pigs.
Package it up and sell it as herbal tea. There's no poisons up here that we use.
Yeah, it is all management. I definitely am keen to get more fences in so we can rotate our stock and maybe get a 6-month interval. No, 6 months is too long because you need to be eating the grass off. So I don't know. It's a management thing.
You could have 3 paddocks that could keep them for about 4 months.
In each paddock.
Yeah,
but in the middle of summer, say we get good summer rain and our grasses grow in summer, that third paddock that doesn't get anything into it, it's sort of all overgrown and its best time to feed it off is already past. And a lot of this grass that we have doesn't keep any nutritional value in it once it's hayed off.
So I believe that we're doing once again what you said that we do, distract one another.
Yes, we're very good at distracting each other from doing anything in particular.
So we're 15 and a half minutes in and we haven't actually done anything per se.
We're having an interview.
We're having a lovely conversation. I really want to do some of the bigger scale permaculture.
Well, what is bigger scale permaculture?
Well, we are doing with the leaky weirs.
The leaky weirs are part of it. The rotation stock is part of it.
I really want to do some more with all of, particularly on the other side there, with all of the logs facing down the hill and actually just sort of moving them so that...
water retention. See, that's part of ripping that country that we can get the tractors onto, is water retention. I don't think I'm really interested in making swales or contour banks. I think ripping, sort of yeoman style, ripping slight grades back onto ridges, that's sort of what I'm more interested in than swales. And I think between leaky weirs and ripping on the right angle, probably hold back more water than swales and contours.
But some of that is also to be able to collect the soil so it doesn't just go away.
Yeah, but collecting soil the soil only runs away when the water is able to run away and carry it. If you've got enough vegetation and the rippers on the back of this go 4 foot in the ground, if you've got a channel that deep that's got to fill up before the water can go anywhere, it's not going to tear the soil away.
Mm-hmm. I'm just excited to see what else we can achieve here.
Yeah, I guess, and I would like to do some biochar stuff. I don't think I want to spread it on the ground. I don't think I want to do that. Whether I end up doing that, I don't know. But I'd like to...
Even mixed with the seed would be good when you throw it out.
Yeah, I think I would like to put it through the cows. And we've just said that I'm all about grass-fed pasture cows, but yeah, probably the only way they're going to eat biochar is if I mix it. Molasses would do. Put the biochar through the cows, let them spread it out in the paddock. It's then all charged. It's already got cow poo. Cows have filled it up with their bacteria and microorganisms. So yeah, I'm excited to see what we could do with biochar.
Got to make some.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Wait, we need to get the sawmill going. Should we do the sawmill now?
You want to talk about the sawmill or you want to look at the sawmill?
Well, I think we should do some stuff with the sawmill. Like, I had the thought, there's a couple of... Yes, I know it's softer timber, but I thought it'd be really cool to get rid of the current table and chairs that we've got out the front of our place.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're kind of shoddy, and I reckon that'd be pretty cool.
There's not enough timber there to do anything with, though.
But we don't necessarily have to make it a huge thing because we just enjoy sitting around it, and people only balance their cup of tea or their drink on it. So I was thinking it doesn't have to be huge and wide, because I think the current table we've got is just a little too big. It's a little too wide for our veranda. We don't have the big gazebo built yet.
Once we've got timber lined up to punch through the mill, won't matter what you want, Eric will be able to build it for you.
I was going to say, thought it might be a really nice, easy little project for him to build. Because it still has to be high to be able to
I reckon
see
you
over.
should have wrapped the interview up before we started talking about sawmills, because we'd spoken about cows and country,
You can edit.
and then we can.
You only have to do like little 3-minute, interview with a farmer.
Oh, I'll just throw the whole thing up.
You can cut it out.
Should have a whole separate interview for this one. Okay, folks, that's it from Mountain Block Moments. We shall see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget, like and subscribe.
What she said.